This isn't the view you're used to seeing. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Saturday Night Scares. Got some new videos here. I'm going to try to keep it as fresh as possible on this one. But these are some long ones. And I know I didn't get around to finishing the last scare stream I started, and been very busy. But anyway, we're back. We're doing some videos. I'm gonna do my best to get through this whole thing. It's gonna take a while though. So, notification. Alright, so first up, we got Sir Spooks. And he uploaded this video back on February 11th, and it's the top 5 scariest videos that'll steal your sleep. So, got that position. We're gonna move my mug up here. That's good. Turn on the display. That's good. Here we go.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at the top 5 scariest videos that will steal your sleep. So, let's begin. Video game technology has advanced so much in the past decade to the point where it seems more and more games are looking photorealistic, and companies are slowly moving away from the old gimmicky tactics of years past. It may be hard to remember, but back in the heyday of the Xbox One, there was an accessory for the console called the Kinect, which tried to be the next.
It hasn't been that long, Spooks. Come on, you're making it sound like we're old people who owned Xbox Ones. Just I remember back in my day when seamless streaming was the all-time high.
Next big thing for gaming, but never really took off. In the following video published to YouTube by Marvin Kakuas in February of 2014, the uploader explains that he just found out the Kinect has a night vision feature and wants to show it to his viewers. Seems fairly simple and straightforward, right? Well, that is until the man flicks off the lights in the house. Take a good look in the kitchen right here, particularly where the fridge is.
I'm gonna switch on the night vision for you guys. As you can see, it lights up the whole room. It's actually a pretty cool feature. I don't know if they have an app for this or whatnot, but
that is creepy.
They also have this version of the camera. I don't know what it is. I think it's either infrared or something like that. And then back to dark. As you can see, all you can see is my Xbox controller. And then back to night vision. It's actually...
An eerie shadow-like figure can be seen right above the fridge, before eventually disappearing as soon as Marvin turns on the Kinect's night vision mode. In the description of the video, Marvin writes, quote, "When I watched the video later, I realized there was a figure and what appears to be a mist of some sort on the upper right portion of the screen. While I was filming, I did not notice it. Later, as you can see, that figure is completely gone when I switch back to the Kinect's night vision." End quote. So what in the world could this unsuspecting man possibly have captured so suddenly on camera? Is this actually a genuine paranormal entity? Perhaps this is just a strange trick of the light. Either way, if you're a Kinect owner, you may want to be careful the next time you fiddle around with the night vision settings.
I don't have any logical explanation for that at the moment. That is...
The next video on this list comes from none other than Marvin Kakuas, the man who you just saw experience some genuinely unsettling activity while trying to show off the night vision feature on his Xbox One Kinect.
You're showing another one from this guy?
This video in question was uploaded 2 months after that initial Kinect video. indicating that whatever was in his house that day in February never left. In the description of the upload, Marvin explains the situation regarding what he caught on his Kinect's night vision camera before stating that ever since that incident, some seriously strange things have been going on inside his house that he can't explain. In the following video, Marvin holds his camera in his hands as he walks around the house late at night. All seems to be going well when something quite creepy happens out of nowhere. Have a listen.
Alvin. Ain't funny anymore, man. Dude.
About a minute later, Marvin can be heard calling out his niece's name, but he does not get any sort of response, most likely because the child is sleeping or simply cannot hear him from wherever they are in the house. But it's at this point in the video where Marvin enters the living room / kitchen where he gets truly freaked out, and for a good reason.
What the f? Oh, shit.
It may be a little bit difficult to see, but if you look just carefully enough, you can see that the lamp in the room is seemingly moving all by itself, which obviously is enough to freak Marvin out, and it's hard to blame him. Since this video, Marvin has posted 2 more videos to his YouTube channel, but those 2 are videos of him on an amusement park ride, and the other is one of him riding a motorcycle. So hopefully this means that Marvin has since been able to move houses. That or whatever was lurking in his house is since gone. Let's just hope it doesn't come back. Today's sponsor is Keeps. Did you know that 2 out of 3
Sellout
guys
alert,
experience
sellout
hair
alert,
loss by
sellout
the
alert.
time they're 30?
Woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Security alert! Security alert!
In December of 2018, a YouTuber named Fur Boots uploaded a video in which he recalls a strange paranormal experience he had with some friends he had just moved to England with back in February of 2003. The uploader says that he and his friends were fascinated by the realm of the paranormal and would often talk about life and death, what comes after life or what doesn't come after life. One day, the group of friends walked the streets of London and asked complete strangers if they knew where the most haunted place imaginable could be found. Eventually, they asked an older man this question, at which point he pointed them in the direction of an old, abandoned psychiatric hospital. When the friends arrived, they realized that it had been demolished and replaced by a recent residential development. Frustrated, the friends kept walking on for several hours before eventually stumbling upon Roding Valley Park. In the park, the friends spent the remainder of the night inside while they smoked and talked about life. During their stay in the park, the group took a handful of photos. Upon first glance, these photos may look to be nothing out of the ordinary, but if you brighten them up and enhance the colors, you'll see that these photos are most definitely not normal. Take a look and see.
Later that evening, we had a strange encounter. 2 of us felt a huge dip in temperature and started shivering. I didn't know what to make of it at that time, neither did they. It felt weird though. We were all sitting at the bench at that moment and one of us decided to take a photo. What follows is a photo of some entity, something. We called it vulto. As you can see, well, you can't see anything, but if you tweak up the brightness and contrast, you will be able to see what is in the photo. We left the park at dawn, and only when we got home did we notice what the photos contained. We proceeded to analyze all of them by tweaking the contrast and brightness, and did we find out about the figure.
What in the world did this YouTuber and his friends experience that night? To this day, the uploader and his friends say they have absolutely no idea what they managed to capture in their pictures that night, but it hasn't left their minds even after all these years. It seems these friends love to go exploring, but I think it's more than safe to assume that they won't want to wander back into Roding Valley Park, just to be on the safe side.
I wouldn't mind visiting that park, see if I can capture something.
On May 25th, 2015, a small YouTube channel called White Owl Paranormal uploaded a genuinely bone-chilling piece of footage that they filmed inside the Whispers Estate, located in Mitchell, Indiana. But the Whispers Estate is not just any ordinary building. Far from it. In fact, the Whispers Estate has quite the reputation for being haunted. Despite this knowledge, the crew over at White Owl Paranormal let their curiosity get the better of them, deciding to ultimately wander inside to see if they can capture anything interesting. During the investigation, the cameraman sets down his camera and proceeds to use an EVP device in order to potentially communicate with any spirits that may be in the area at the time. A few seconds go by and it seems as if the uploader is going to have no such luck. But that quickly changes when out of nowhere something terrifying can be heard. Have a listen. Static noise can be heard before eventually a raspy and creepy voice can be heard saying, "I can't wait to get you alone." If that wasn't chilling enough for you, if you look carefully, you can also see what appears to be some sort of shadow figure looming in the hallway. Was this strange figure responsible for that disturbing sentence? To this day, the folks over at White Owl Paranormal have absolutely no idea, and it seems as though they may never get a concrete answer. Let's all just hope that they are wise enough to never set foot inside Mitchell, Indiana's Whispers Estate, ever again. If they did, there is truly no telling what dangers could be waiting for them. A YouTuber named Agent Cole 1 is filming a video for his channel where he says that it's 3 in the morning and he cannot get to sleep because he thinks he heard a strange voice talking downstairs, despite the fact that he's home alone, stating that his grandparents are out of town for the weekend. Obviously, being a kid, you would be quite freaked out by hearing even the slightest noise that seems out of place in the house. But impressively, Cole works up the courage to investigate the house, perhaps just to make sure that he has nothing to worry about. Maybe it's just his imagination. Sadly for Cole, it's not. At one point in the video, Cole proceeds to slowly walk around his house as he makes sure to check every room, ensuring his safety. Just when it seems as if his fears are unfounded, something truly terrifying happens.
Do you guys hear that?
As Cole enters what appears to be some sort of an office room, a creepy crying sound can be heard coming from nearby, before a loud crashing noise causes Cole to flee from the room as fast as he possibly can. Sadly, we never get a look at who or what could have made that strange crying noise, nor do we ever get any answers as for what the loud crashing sound was. To this day, Cole has absolutely no idea what he heard inside the comfort of his own home that night, but it most certainly wasn't anything friendly. Seeing as how this video is now 10 years old, it's safe to assume that Cole is now a grown-up, living in a different house, away from the terrors of his childhood. Hopefully, Cole is able to live in peace these days and not have to worry about the past. Let's just hope the childhood terrors don't follow him into adulthood. And that was the top 5 scariest
fantastic start. That was incredible. I mean, a lot of times I'll come across a video and I'll be able to look at it with a little bit of skepticism and a little bit of logic and be like, okay, this is what I think this is and all that. Not one of those clips I was able to do that with. So, bravo. Alright, next up is Chills. 30. I repeat, 30. Scary videos that almost broke the internet. Yeah, this is a common theme for Chills now. Instead of doing a few videos a week of 10 clips, he just puts them all together into one video. So we're in for a long one here, people. Buckle up.
Coming up in this video,
Not looking. Don't want to be spoiled.
mystery, suspense, intrigue. Some online videos go viral for all the right reasons. These are 30 scary videos that almost broke the internet. Number 30, woman carries lion. Reported by the Daily Mail, a woman was captured
I've seen
on
this clip
film
before.
carrying an enormous lion by the underarms down a street in Kuwait.
I mean, give this woman credit. She has no chill or tolerance for wild animals.
The woman is seen hauling the lion, who is trying to get free the whole time. She walks briskly down the road while struggling with the lion, who lashes out at the air with all four paws, growling. Finally, the woman gives up and drops the big cat on the ground for a moment, likely to catch her breath. As it turns out, the young lion is reportedly this woman's escaped pet. The authorities were called to help contain the animal after it was seen prowling the streets at night.
Oh, that's her lion. Oh, even more reason not to have any chill.
According to the Daily Mail, although keeping exotic animals as pets is against the law in Kuwait, doing so has become popular in many Gulf Coast countries, as the animals are seen as status symbols. Status symbol or not, I think this big cat clearly doesn't want to be held. I feel like this can only end badly. Number 29, House of Horrors. I know I've analyzed plenty of haunted houses, but there is nothing paranormal about this house, and yet it is 10 times more terrifying. Published by CBS Los Angeles in November of 2021, this newly released body cam footage shows a nightmare walkthrough of the Turpin House in Paris, California. Let me give you a short recap of the Turpin case from 2018. Having spent her life locked inside by her parents, then 17-year-old Jordan Turpin snuck out of her home in the middle of the night and called the police. As shown on the police officer's body cam footage, she is seen explaining to police that two of her sisters are chained to their beds.
Because my two little sisters, they're chained up right now. And they...
Do you have pictures of that?
Yes, I can show you.
Jordan goes on to show the deputies pictures of her sisters. In these images, you could see them chained up and appearing frail.
After leading them to her house, where Jordan said she and her 12 brothers and sisters, aged 2 to 29, were being held captive, her parents were detained. The police found the home covered in trash, rotting food, garbage, and hazardous materials. They found chains in the closet.
That is...
Alright, let's just go ahead and detain the parents.
This video shows the moment when they found the chains inside the closet of the kid's bedroom. At one point, they even find one of the Turpin boys in chains in bed.
They also found at least one captive shackled to the bed, while others were in rough shape. The Turpin parents pleaded guilty on 14 counts and were sentenced to life behind bars, all thanks to the courage that Jordan found within herself to escape. Number 28, hairdryer set ablaze. The following video was filmed in what looks to be some sort of building or home located in Vietnam, and was filmed on a home surveillance camera. In the footage, we watch as a woman can be seen sleeping on a small bed, while two kids can be seen playing around on a couch in the other corner. But then it becomes clear that something very, very wrong is about to happen, as suddenly flames appear atop the hair dryer that was left plugged in and resting
It's a good thing that there was some conscious adults in there.
Top of vanity, causing a man in the far side of the room to lunge into action.
That could have been a lot worse.
Luckily, the man is able to put out the flames and deals with the whole situation in an impressively calm and relaxed demeanor, despite how serious the situation could have been had he not acted the way he did. Thankfully, everybody that was in the room at the time of the recording were able to make it out of the building perfectly fine, albeit they definitely won't ever look at a hairdryer the same way again. Number 27, stalker attempt averted. This terrifying video shows an alleged stalker following this child, but don't worry, she is smarter than he is. Published by RT in January of 2020, the security footage was captured near Moscow in a city called Stupino. A child is seen walking home from school while a suspicious man trails behind her. You can see the girl struggle to unlock the door of her building, while the man slows, holding back for a bit until she heads inside. Then he hurries towards the door to grab it before it closes. Once inside, the girl notices she's being followed. She walks up the steps and then hesitates as she enters the hallway toward the elevators. She turns around instead toward the mailboxes, forcing the man to pretend like he's catching the elevator. While he's play acting and pretending to give her no notice, the girl hurries back outside. The man soon gives up on the elevator and follows. The girl is out of sight by the time the suspect arrives outside and happens to meet her dad, who thankfully was nearby. She can be seen walking beside him while the suspect exits and hurries down the stairs. When the father and daughter re-enter the building, it appears that she's explaining to him what just happened. According to Russia Today, the parents of the girl went to the police and the suspect was detained. However, it appears the suspect was never charged. While that is frightening to hear, it is still a relief that this child got away safely. She made the right decision.
Well, technically he didn't actually do anything, so...
in that day, and that is to
as terrifying as it is, yeah, they really couldn't charge him with anything.
trust your gut. Number 26, angry
That girl was smart, though.
stingray. Taunt a stingray and you'll get stung.
Just ask Steve Irwin.
Published by Mel Free in June of 2014, this scary video shows a man wading in water up to his waist on the Gold Coast of Australia as a large stingray circles him.
That's what you get.
When the stingray approaches, the man pounces, trying to catch him, but the ray swims away again. The man is laughing at his antics when a woman off screen warns that the ray is circling back. It comes up alongside him for the sting, nearly getting him. The man dives out of the way just in time. While this looks like a close call, is it truly what it seems? At least one YouTuber, Animal Wire, outlines why he thinks this is a kite's shadow rather than actual wildlife in the water. Amongst his observations are the stingray's aggressive behavior, which is uncommon for the species, the lack of wake from the animal on the water's surface, as well as the lack of flapping wings that the stingray uses to propel forward. So do you agree with Animal Wire? Is it a kite, or is this truly rare footage of a stingray sting?
That is an interesting observation. I don't know. It looks like both.
This one's definitely got me on the fence. Number 25.
that's
What's
a
in
good
the closet? Neighbors were hearing and seeing strange things at this abandoned house, so they asked this man to investigate. Little did they know the reality might be even worse than it seemed. Posted on the r/Chills Narrator subreddit by Hunting the Haunted. In the short clip, the cameraman is doing a walkthrough of the abandoned building. The rooms are empty and the windows are boarded up. A strange sound is heard coming from somewhere in the distance. Like a roaring or a squawking sound. The man enters further into the room and turns toward this side closet space. That's when something suspicious appears. There's a body-shaped garbage bag lying on the ground. The cameraman notes he didn't notice it in the moment, and later a viewer pointed it out to him. Did he encounter an individual who had their life taken without even knowing it? As much as I don't think he should go back there, I really gotta know what's in that bag. Number 24.
God, get out
Lightning
of there.
shadow. This shadow moves like a bolt of lightning. Posted to TikTok by Oops You're
yeah, I've
It.
seen that.
A man is live streaming on video when something unusual happens in the background. The man is singing to his
Oops, You're It.
audience. Suddenly, a stark shadow figure rushes past from behind him. The man's singing doesn't speed or slow, but the figure shoots past like lightning. The mysterious figure also has no defining features. It is just one dark shadow. Is it a demon, as someone suggested in the comments? If not, what could this be? Number 23. Creepy figure in the window. Don't you hate it when an unwanted guest shows up to the party? Featured by The Bottom Line, this scary video has been trending in the Hindi-speaking YouTube community. Originally published by Mysteria Danaya, the video shows a gathering of people inside a home. Everyone is sitting around the room enjoying each other's company, but as the camera pans around, an uninvited guest appears, and he's too creepy for words. Watch closely. What is this mysterious figure lurking in the window? With its gaunt, elongated features and bulging eyes, it looks like a cross between a terrifying ghoul and an extraterrestrial. What is this ghoulish guest? I'm not sure. But either way, don't let him in. Number 22. Dentist ghost. If you weren't afraid of the dentist's office
ghost.
Before, this TikTok will do the trick. Posted by MAIEPA. This clip shows a young woman being prepped by a dentist. Nothing unusual so far, but as the patient lies in the dental chair, waiting, watch what happens in the background. With the dentist out of the room, a drawer opens on its own. The dentist returns and closes the drawer unconcerned. Later, as the patient is lying again in the chair, a shadow appears in the window to the left, looking as though it's walking through the hallway outside. Is this just the reflection of the dentist, who appears on the opposite side of the room? It doesn't seem to be walking apace with the dentist, and wouldn't her reflection be obstructed by the overhanging dental light? Later, the dentist continues her work, but behind her, the ghost is still at play. The faucet of the sink turns slowly to the right. Is this ghost a former disgruntled patient, playing petty tricks, or just someone playing around? Either way, it seems to me that this dentist's office is haunted. Number 21. The shadow follows. You can run, but you can't hide. Posted to TikTok by The King Horror. This scary clip shows a man being stalked by a shadow. The man is seen setting up a camera in the hallway. Its light is shining toward an open door at the end of the corridor. The man walks toward the door and turns to go up the stairs. That's when a shadow figure appears at the bottom of the stairwell and ascends after him. You can even see the shadow reflected in a mirror in the hallway. After the shadow disappears, a closet door in the downstairs hallway opens and shuts partway but stands ajar. A close-up of the open doorway shows another mysterious dark figure hiding within, its face barely visible. Is this ghoul producing shadows in a secret shadow factory in the closet? Or is he just here to break the internet? Number 20,
Either way, that's
strobe
creepy.
light in the sky. Is this ball lightning or something else? Published by Weird in the Bizarro News in August of 2021, this mysterious light anomaly was captured by a resident on the east coast of the US. The purple light looks like a disco ball and strobe lights going nuts. There's a nucleus at the center with light radiating from it and sporadically flashing.
Weird and the Bizarro News.
After flaring up for a long while, the light completely vanishes without a trace. Is there an explanation? The uploader writes, if you're thinking ball lightning, notice there is not a cloud in the sky because you can see the stars behind the lights. At least one commenter thinks it's a reflection, but we really don't have any real leads here. What do you think it is? All I know for sure is that whatever it is, it's certainly mysterious.
A reflection would make sense. I mean, what all you'd have to do is put a glass pane right in front of the camera, turn on a strobe light, and record the reflection.
Number 19, restaurant ghost. Working alone in a restaurant at night often provokes an unsettling feeling, but when something like this happens, you may not go back to work again. Published by AJ Soman in November of 2015, this scary security footage was captured around midnight in October of the same year. The clip shows the man sweeping up on a lower level of the restaurant. A chair near the bar suddenly slides to the side very quickly, alarming the man. He stops sweeping and looks at it for a moment, but then goes back to work, probably thinking he's imagining things. But then a moment later, the same bar stool slides even further across the room out of frame. The worker goes to check it out and isn't seen again. Did the man ever return? Or was he lured into the restaurant dungeon by this demon poltergeist? Number 18, shadow in the window. This footage from a creepy abandoned farmhouse is next level. Published by Sinister RP in April of 2021. Everything was left behind in this haunted farmhouse, including the shadows. At one point in the video, the pair of investigators are trying to capture the creepy aura in one of the rooms in the home.
Now, since I got two cameras going, guys, I will be going back and forth and edit there. Okay? I was gonna say, I just stepped on something there.
But they don't even see the aura right in front of them. A shadow figure appears in front of the window, backlit by the light from outside.
Oh, yep.
The creepy figure appears for only a moment before disintegrating right before our very eyes. What is this horror? Is this thing responsible for the homeowners leaving in such a hurry? My guess is yes. Number 17, help me. If you hear whisperings on a baby monitor, it's probably time to yeet that thing into the sky. Posted to the r/ghosts subreddit, Disastrous Moose 8090 explains that his wife was staying at her mom's house in England when the camera kept going off, sending notifications to his wife's phone. But when she'd look at the footage, there'd be nothing. However, after being sent this particular video clip, the Redditor looked a little closer. He writes, I'm not so sure why, but a few days later I played the video clip again and turned the sound on my phone. I was a bit shocked because I heard a voice at the beginning and then a musical type tune at the end. The monitor's footage also shows a strange darkness falling over the room, followed immediately by a voice whispering what sounds like "help me." Is someone trapped in this room? If not, who or what is tapping into this baby monitor? Number 16, girl in the swing. Do you need a friend? This ghost girl needs one too. Published in September of 2021, this scary video shows a swing mysteriously swaying in the middle of the night on an empty playground. There's no one in the swing. The cameraman walks toward it to get a closer look. The swing keeps swaying and the cameraman grabs onto the metal ropes to stop it. In doing so, the camera pulls upward. The swing is now still. Panning up and down again, the swing is still empty. After looking up once more, the next time the camera pans down to the swing, this is what it captures. A young girl is sitting in the swing.
That's a bad chills. Bad chills.
The woman screams in fear and drops the camera, backing away. Say what you want, but I think this move is understandable. I doubt this ghost just wanted to play. Number 15, dragged. This paranormal investigator just got dragged, literally. Published by Paranormal My in January of 2022. A man is in what appears to be a dilapidated building. The scary clip shows him looking around the place, down one empty hallway and another. But then suddenly something grabs hold of him, something we cannot see. All I can see is the cameraman's feet dragging below him. He is pulled into another room before he can get his feet back under him. In another clip, likely filmed from outside the building he was just in, a black cloaked figure is captured on camera hiding behind some trees next to him. Was this the thing that got hold of him? Or is it just one of the many demons on site? Number 14, sky flares.
I'm also thinking the possibility of it being a hoax. Like his buddy was signaled to grab him from behind like that just at that moment.
In 2011, these strange lights were captured flying over Naas in County Kildare, Ireland. Published by RTE Radio 1 in October, the footage captures several small pinpricks of light in the clouds with smoke trailing behind them. There appears to be 7 or more lights in frame. They drift slowly over a field and don't disappear. What are they? Some in the comments think they might be flares from a military exercise. Others suggest debris from a meteor burning up in Earth's atmosphere. But some think they might be something out of this world. What's your theory? Now we wait, because if these lights appear...
I mean... yeah. Those are some pretty good explanations. Military flares or meteor debris. To say it's extraterrestrial is a little stretching it.
Here again, we may be able to get more answers. Number 13, ring ghost. When one door closes, another window opens. Published in July of 2020, this ghost is letting a draft in. While watching the security footage, pay attention to the window of the door. A woman opens the door and is talking to her dog who is outside. She goes to pick him up, and when she does, the window of the door slowly rises open. Though she shuts the door, the window continues to open. You can see it opening from the side. When the woman notices, she goes to ask Mike if he opened the window of the door. Of course, Mike didn't. A ghost did. Number 12, open the gate. Is this ghost strolling in through the wrong pearly gates? Posted to the r/ghosts subreddit. Who nobody explains that this security footage is from his work at a small pet supply store in Santiago, Chile. The footage shows a very heavy gate suddenly sliding open on its own with complete ease. No one is around. The Redditor offers more information, writing,
But does it close by itself? Because if not, this could be easily explained by a broken latch.
the administration didn't believe us when we told them until they checked the security cameras. The fence is heavy, it's not electric, and as you can see in the trees, there is no wind. While Redditor Drivability 2020 thinks the culprit is a cockroach on performance enhancers, others think it could be someone with an invisibility cloak. User Eric, son of Bruce, suggests some more logical theory. If the gate is located over a subway line, perhaps the train's vibrations triggered its movement, whether the culprit is natural or supernatural. It looks like they're gonna need a stronger gate. Number 11, Phantom Figure. While traveling down a road near an old graveyard at night, expect to encounter those who reside there. Published by Scary and Mysterious Stuff in January of 2021. The scary footage shows this driver rounding the stone wall of a graveyard along a dirt road when he spots this mysterious white-cloaked figure.
Ooh.
Seeing the scary figure from far away, it stands immobile in the center of the road. You might first assume it's a statue, but as the car approaches, the figure turns, its robe fluttering as it strides slowly towards the surrounding forest. The driver starts backing up in a panic, drops his camera for a second, and when he looks back up, the ghostly figure is gone. Where is this phantom headed? And from where did he come? I guess we'll never know for sure. Number 10, Cat Ghost. As we all know, animals sense...
I mean, there's a couple of possible rational explanations for that one. It could be a cultist on his way to a meeting, or it could be a hoax. That was a friend of his in wearing a white sheet.
It's the things we cannot see. Posted to the r/paranormal encounters subreddit. Little Machiavelli writes, my sister's cat yells every night, and tonight she caught this orb on video. What do you guys think? At the start of the video, the cat is hanging around near the closet, looking upwards and yowling. The cat does this for a while and then turns its head. That's when an orb floats from right at his line of vision upwards to the left and out of frame. While many in the comments think it's only floating dust, Redditor Greybush the Wise is a believer. Noting that it appears to exit the closet, he writes, something seems off with the depth. Dust maybe, but I don't think so. Think this one may be real. What do you think? I'm agreeing with the Wise Greybush on this one. Dust? Or is it an orb spirit that only animals vibe with? Number 9, Abandoned Mansion. Strange things are happening inside this abandoned mansion. Published by Scared to Death Zero in December of 2021. This crew is exploring an abandoned hall when they realize they are not alone. They appear to be in a living room area. There are chairs and tables scattered about, a ceiling fan sitting atop one of the tables. As they're looking around, something heavy and metal comes falling to the ground in another room.
What was that?
This causes the crew to panic a little, backing out from the room. While the cameraman stays behind, one of the crew heads into the room to have a look. What did he find? As the video ends right there, I guess we won't know for now. But my guess is it wasn't anything good.
What was that?
Number 8, Locked Up Forever. An evil grandmother's spirit trapped inside a doll. Not your typical horror movie. Published in December of 2021. Chris L. Luna explains, the owners of this house abandoned a doll that they believe possesses the spirit of the family's grandmother, of whom they are afraid. Here is that doll.
¡Ay, no! Está rota la muñeca.
The terrifying doll looks as though it's had its face smashed in.
The doll itself is scary enough. Oh my god.
Despite finding it this way, Chriselle remains on the property and is at one point wandering down a hallway when through a crack in the door, someone appears to be on the other side. But as she moves toward it, it looks like the figure flees. Later, the distinct sound of a door closing rings through the empty home.
Voy a continuar, voy a ir hacia... ¡Ay! ¡Ay! ¡Ay, se movió algo! ¡Ay!
The same thing happens again, scaring Chriselle as she hurries down the hallway toward the shutting door. Is the evil granny taunting Chriselle? Or is there something else going on in this haunted house? Number 7. Resident Poltergeist. Poor Lainey and Ben, the poltergeist is at it again. I know I've spoken about their haunted home more than once, but these clips emphasize just how active their haunted house's resident poltergeist, David, really is. The clip starts with an aggressive pounding and rattling on the door. When Ben rushes over to open it, nothing is behind it.
What the fuck?
An ornament jumps from their Christmas tree.
Oh my god, another one!
Apparently not the only ornament to do so. A door that's hanging open slams shut, ceasing their laughter. An exercise ball rolls through a room in the darkness, clearly not of its own accord, but being pushed by something. One commenter, Belinda Meadows, advises Lainey and Ben to be careful writing. The more attention you give this thing, the more power it's gonna acquire. Is Belinda right? And if so, what will David the poltergeist do with that power? Number 6. Haunted Cathedral. This cathedral is a scare fest. Published by Ricky Velasquez in October of 2021, this paranormal investigator live streamed his exploration of a haunted cathedral. Upon entering, he sees this mysterious image on the wall. It looks like a man passed out in pain being held up by another man. Even stranger, it appears as though it's illuminated, like a projection.
Yeah, that other man. That's Jesus Christ, dude.
And later, while outside, something is captured moving in the darkness. It's unclear if there's something actually there, or if there's a glitch in the video quality.
I don't see anything.
Something's going on at this cathedral,
maybe enhance the
and I'm
video?
sure it's not anything holy. Number 5, operating room ghost.
I
Can
didn't
you
see
imagine
anything.
being so hardworking that you continue on?
It's hard for me to make an observational hypothesis if I can't see the damn thing.
In your job even after passing on. Published by Augustine TR in November of 2018. This operating room ghost is still at work. A man witnesses the ghost's due diligence in the dark operating room of a haunted hospital in Mexico City. A medical tray on wheels is captured moving on its own. It rolls slowly across the floor, coming to a rest at the foot of a hospital bed. The man looks around the room and walks toward the tray. There are no strings attached. Did this phantom physician never leave his line of duty? Now that's what I call dedication. Number 4, Serpentine Cemetery. A live investigation at Serpentine Cemetery captured something on camera that I cannot explain. Published by Ethereal Sisters Paranormal in January of 2022. These investigators encountered just what they were looking for. After speaking with the spirits through a spirit box, the women head toward the exit. That's when this blue-white figure appears to walk right through them. Is this one of the spirits the investigators were communicating with? If so, what is it trying to tell them? I definitely think this place is haunted.
Well,
Number
that's a cemetery.
3, causing panic. A streak of light strikes in the sky. Now is the time for panic. Published by the Tribune in December of 2021. A series of lights that appeared over a city in India almost broke the internet. The lights were spotted in the sky at around 7 p.m. and remained there for 5 minutes, after which they vanished. The line of lights was witnessed by many in the comments from all over the country. Others from America are saying they saw something similar on a different date. Some of the witnesses say it looked like a train in the sky. Others say it is obviously extraterrestrial. Does this have something to do with SpaceX? Is it just...
Here's my theory on this. It's a lineup of carefully planned out and well executed drone stunt. A bunch of drone enthusiasts got together, planned this out, and put on this very interesting light show for the country.
Just a mysterious satellite. What do you think? I think this won't be the last time we see these lights, and maybe next time we'll get more answers. Number 2, abandoned estate. Dennis takes viewers inside this creepy abandoned estate, and things get turned upside down. Published by Dark Ghost Paranormal in October of 2021. The estate is different than a lot of places the channel has explored. It is enormous and is said to be haunted by the ghost of Sophia, who walks the estate after midnight. As Dennis is searching for signs of her presence, his EMF meter goes off, and an illuminated semi-transparent figure flies through the air in the next room. Later, as he's carefully making his way down the broken steps of the estate, and wandering around in the darkness, he either drops his camera out of fear or something knocks it out of his hand. He sits there in fear, unsure of what presence is near him. Is it Sophia? Of course. And she'd like to kindly ask you to leave. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe? 1. Night Fright. This chilling footage is going to keep you up at night. Published in October of 2008, Tommy TLAG explains that this footage was captured by a friend one night after she heard repeated noises in her bedroom. This is what she found on her security camera. As she is sleeping in bed, there is movement to the left of the bed. A small figure is disturbing the blanket repeatedly. It then appears to jump onto the bed, nearly onto the sleeping girl. When it does so, this time you can see it has limbs and almost looks like a monkey. It leaps forward and then slides back in one fluid movement, but as it turns out it didn't leave. 2 minutes pass before the creature is seen jumping off the bed. The uploader writes that the girl was awake the entire time but felt nothing, while some in the comments are saying the mysterious creature could be a dog or a cat. Most agree it looks nothing like either, and that its moves are creepy. Besides, apparently the girl had no pets at the time. What is this nighttime fright? And would you be able to get back to sleep in this room after seeing this? Coming up in this video. Do you need a good night's sleep? Then find something else to watch.
That was a long one, guys. Jeez. Alright, next up. Guys, I just sat through pretty much a a near 40-minute video. I need some water. You know how that feels. Okay. Anyway, this is uploaded by Spicy Horror on February 13th. Top 4 scary ghost videos so good you will change your name. Huh?
1,000 likes to show your strength. The first man on this list is either pretending to be stupid or he is actually stupid, and maybe he is just an innocent civilian who didn't notice what happened at the moment. And I'm just an ace-hole. Now I know you're scratching your head trying to get these bugs out of that scalp, and also thinking about what actually happened to our guy. Well, as he was making a video about a feature on the Xbox Kinect, some dark mist just flew out of the cabinet in the background. Maybe some rotten thing was in there. Regardless, he seems to have missed it. Also, in one of his other videos, he woke up to a noise from the basement, and for a paranormal activity reason, a children's toy was turned on. Not sexually though, and the light swings as usual.
Alright, I'm gonna skip this one since we already saw it on a previous. Since we already saw it earlier tonight.
But never bought one. From a regular human being to some irregular creature, though it's still a human acting like a weirdo. So this man is named Alex, a beautiful name. I hear a lot of people using it for their dogs. Anyway, the man lived in a haunted house and captured some paranormal activities, which is why he is here. That and one more reason which I will get to in a month. After he witnessed enough, he took the decision and his wife and moved out to a new place, which also turned out to be haunted. The guy said screw it, and he himself became haunted, sleepwalking like a maniac. don't know why, but he sounded like these villagers from Minecraft when his wife talked to him. And what the heck was that scream all about when he left the house? If the neighbor didn't freak out from it, then he also had the same problem.
That is, dude, that is just...
Jeffrey and Patrick, or whatever
Whole new
Jeffrey's
level of
actual name is,
creepy.
they will be the hosts of the third one. Patrick is our main cameraman here. He is the one holding the camera from which we are watching the video from its perspective. What I meant to say is that we are watching the damn video from his camera perspective. But Patrick has some problems. Almost any time Jeffrey hears or sees something, Patrick doesn't seem to notice it at all. And when he finally does, his reaction is so weird he makes a weirdo look normal. Like, for example, both of them heard a loud knock coming from upstairs. Jeffrey gave the typical American reaction, swears, and moves a bit. Patrick, for some reason, ran right through Jeffrey's body. I don't know what he was thinking. Was he trying to hide inside his body? Did he think he was a ghost all of the sudden? I will leave that to the doors in my comments. The only time he acted normal was when they were upstairs and some objects dived straight to the floor. They also captured a shadow figure. Enjoy.
Oh, it's so cold right here.
Yeah, it just got real cold.
Oh.
But right
Something
in here.
just stepped above me. Did you hear that?
No.
Are you upstairs? You didn't hear that?
No.
It was like loud as hell. And that's a
I heard
room
it.
directly above me. It just went. Who's in here?
We head outside to grab the night vision camera, and then on our way back inside, it captures something truly terrifying.
Cord as well. Okay, yeah, let's take this stair. I don't know what it is about that staircase, but it just doesn't feel good.
Ah, yes, that shadow figure.
What was that?
What?
I don't think that was a shadow. But it was on the other side of that window.
Right as I was walking back into the house, I just happened to glance down at the camera's LED screen. I thought I saw some kind of black shadow behind that window, but I didn't even realize until I reviewed the footage that I'd captured probably one of the best shadow figures I've ever seen. And here's where it gets even more compelling. This is the shot from the camera that was sitting inside of that room. I'm gonna sync up the audio from this camera to our cameras and show you that there's no explainable reason that something should have been behind that door.
I don't know what it is about that staircase, but it just doesn't feel good. What was that?
What?
I don't think that was a shadow. But it was on the other side of that window. What the f? What the f? Was right there. Who's in here?
Do you look at the screen?
Yeah. Footsteps right above us. What the f? I literally saw a shadow come from around that door, like on the back side of that couch. It went through this crack, and then I lost it right here, and then something behind that door moved. You heard that, didn't you?
I heard it. I didn't see anything.
That's creepy.
That figure looked like it was trying to like move this door or like close it or like put it back up. Like hang the door right there. It probably came from right there.
Whoa.
What was that? That was hella loud.
Yeah.
Are you walking across right here? Can you come down the stairs, please?
Whoa, whoa. What? What?
Holy.
What the hell happened?
What? Something just like punched like hard my elbow. Can you see anything in that?
Not really.
Are you messing with that equipment? Let us know if you're messing with that.
Lights on.
I'm gonna say yes. Dude, what the is going on with this thing?
I don't know.
At the same
Weirding
time.
out. Did you used to live here? Whoa! Dude.
Is that you?
The reason why I'm not commenting as much on this one is because I've seen this clip so many times from other streams.
It'll let us know that you're there. Can you come just a little bit closer? Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
There we go, the bike.
Now, I don't know about you, but this fellow looks too solid. It makes the wall in front of it look a bit more transgender. I mean translucent. But other than that, I actually like these two. This investigation is one of the most fun ones I have watched ever. Kent is back with more new clips and informations about the lamp house. Almost new, maybe new to me. But basically in this one we learned that the lamp house was owned by the Undertaker, and I thought the Undertaker lived in some mansion or something. Turned out that he actually takes souls and dig holes. But that's not the end of it. These spirits tried to murder Kent. They managed to break one of the water pipes in the basement and poured the place with water, which would electrocute him to death since the heater was down there. Kent also gave us the longest holy shit in one part when he saw a shadow figure, and it was so good I didn't censor it. They were seeking help from him, but the man couldn't offer much more than $20, so I think that's why they tried to get rid of him, and with many shadow apparitions. You're good to go.
I'm not hearing anything.
Can you make it louder?
More distinct than that.
Whoa. Can you tap louder? Last night was really active, probably the most active night I've ever seen. There's a combination of talking, strange moaning noises, and a lot of movement. Like that. Hello? I found out that Edmund L. Lamb was not just the caretaker here in Carmel. He was also the Undertaker. He was responsible for preparing loved ones who passed away for burial. Not only was he responsible for taking care of them before burial, but he also buried them. Hello? What the hell? Oh, shit! Oh, my God. What the hell? Frickin', I don't care if it's snowing. I'm in my house. It's
What I saw at the top of the steps was a very dark figure that moved to the left extremely fast, then repositioned itself on the top of the steps. In the moment, it appeared this apparition was getting ready to come down the steps right at me. I have seen this exact same apparition one other time. While recording, I walked into the living room. There appeared to be the shadow of a child standing, while another larger shadow figure was kneeling in front of the child. When I approached the living room, the larger apparition grabbed the smaller apparition and took off to the left. This incident happened so fast, in the moment, I wasn't sure what just happened. My only instinct was to run to where the apparition vanished. The activity in this house has gone from simple haunted encounters to much more frightening encounters. I feel like I'm the one now crying out for help. Noisy in here.
What? What'd you say? What? What'd you say?
Did you say murder, Kent?
You need to get out of that house.
I think that's the second time I've heard that. What the hell is that noise?
What the hell?
There is no doubt that if I stepped down in that water, I would have been electrocuted. The heater motor was in the water, and for some reason the breaker never tripped. And on top of the fact that that water was splashing all over the breaker panel, I have no doubt if I would have stepped down in that water, I would have been dead. And the only thing that saved me was remembering the voices just prior that said, "Kill Kent, murder Kent." That's what stopped me from stepping down in that water. That's just weird.
There's also movement right there. You're not gonna address that? Watch that figure right there moves. I can't.
A single Jinn encounter was enough for me to call it a day for life when I was a kid. This guy has seen a legion of them and is still calling this his house. I mean, just from the look of this bedroom, I would not buy this house no matter what. Look at this place. This basement makes the other basements we have seen with paranormal activity look like Disneyland. But do you know what's more fun and exciting than Disneyland? Subscribing to my channel.
I don't know. I have doubts about that. I'm not going that far. All right. Next up from Fearsome Top 5. 5 scary unexplained things caught on camera.
Welcome to Fearsome Top 5. Don't be alarmed, but the 5 scary videos that you're about to watch may just be proof of the paranormal. Number 1. TikTok user Tasha Darby is just your average wife and mother that enjoys to post random videos to TikTok. Well, Tasha and her family recently moved into a new home, and for the first time in her life, she began experiencing things that she just can't explain. Built in the 1800s, Tasha and her husband planned to renovate this old farmhouse to give it a more modern look. Well, soon after the renovations began, so did the paranormal activity. As Tasha lays in bed at night, she often hears strange noises coming from around the house. And as soon as she starts recording videos of these noises, they only seem to get closer. While strange noises coming from a house that was built in the 1800s can easily be blamed on the house being old, but unfortunately, that's not the only thing that Tasha has been experiencing.
See, and you think I'm crazy. The first time I'm here by myself, there's a picture on the floor, and it just...
While Tasha was home alone, she began recording a video when she managed to catch a door slamming shut by itself. An unseen force appears to slowly open this door before quickly closing it with a bang. Clearly shocked, Tasha immediately runs out of the room. A few days after this incident happened, Tasha ended up catching something on her security camera that sent chills down her spine. The sound of footsteps walking past the camera can be heard, as well as a disembodied voice that sounds like it's saying, "Wake up." Now, all of these strange occurrences have one thing in common. They're all happening in this new house. The way I see it, there's only 2 options here. Bake the ghost a cake and get on his good side, or burn the house to the ground. Now, you may not be able to protect yourself from paranormal activity, but you can always protect yourself online with the help of NordVPN, who just so happens to be the sponsor of today's video. If you want to feel safe, VPN.com/fearsome-top-5 to get 70% off of a 2-year trial. After living in a haunted house for a while, you'd think you'd eventually start to get used to it. But for YouTube user Dino Nugget 741,
Dino Nuggets! I've been waiting to see a new video from this guy.
things just keep getting creepier. The man behind this channel has managed to catch the dark figure in his home on camera several times, and it's starting to look like this dark figure likes to lurk in the basement. Well, in a recent upload, JB and his son decide to go searching for the source of a banging noise that's coming from the basement. But as soon as they get down there, things take a turn.
Now he's dragging his son down there, man.
You sure you want to do this? Chill, man.
No,
Take it
I
easy.
don't want to do this, but we have to do it. We need to get this thing out of the house.
I'll try to trap it in here this time. That lady said don't be scared, so... You ready? You sure? It's definitely down here. Here we go. Come on.
Wait, let me go first.
Hold on, I'm gonna lock us in. Hold on. Oh, shit. Oh, God. What? No. We gotta get the out of here. We gotta get out of here. What are we gonna do? No. Stop. Here. I gotta go. No. We make a break. There's nothing there. Stay by me. Stay right behind me. This is a bad idea. Just chill out. Oh, shit. It's still there.
Why is it so?
What are we gonna do? I don't
know.
You got your phone?
No, I don't.
Connor, just don't start crying. Stop.
Why was it so big?
I don't know why it was so big.
Did Travis stay here?
The door is shut.
I know how we can get out. We go through the window, maybe?
One more time. Go. 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 Just rip it off.
As the two are walking through the basement, the lights suddenly shut off. And as soon as JB decides it's time to head for the door, he comes face to face with a terrifying black figure. JB quickly retreats behind the stairs, but as he peers around the corner once again, the dark figure looks to be staring right back. After gathering their courage, JB and his son bolt for the door and quickly make their way upstairs. Now I have to go ahead and give little man props for doing this, because if I came face to face with that thing, I would have shat my pants. A lot. Number 3. TikTok user Rachel Mock is a psychic medium that recently witnessed something that she just can't explain. While at a local club, Rachel noticed something strange on one of the CCTV cameras. And as she took a closer look, she couldn't believe her eyes. She immediately pulled out her phone to film the monitor, and this is what she managed to catch.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Shoot me up. Oh my god.
Looks like a gnome or some kind.
I'm so scared. That's crazy. Oh my god. What is it?
It's like a little gnome ghost.
Yeah, she looks like it's walking, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A small white apparition can be seen moving back and forth near one of the tables. And although this figure doesn't look to have any legs, it actually appears to be walking around the club. The lights above the dance floor are motion activated, so whatever this thing is, it looks like it triggered the motion sensor. Now I don't think we should be scared of this entity, because clearly he's just trying to get his groove on. Number 4. Flying on an airplane can be scary enough for some people. Whether it's a fear of heights or engine failure, I can see how flying can be unnerving. But imagine looking out the window during your flight and seeing something in the sky that you just can't explain. Well, TikTok user Zoe recently had this exact experience, and luckily she managed to catch proof on camera. During her flight from Vegas to Tulsa, Zoe gazed out the window when she noticed a dark object in the sky. She quickly grabbed her phone to record a video, and this is what she saw.
Oh, I've seen this clip before.
Right outside the plane window, a black object can be seen floating through the sky. This object looks to be darker in the front, with a faint trail following behind. A few people in the comments claimed that this is actually an old debunked video of a smudge on a window, but Zoe wasted no time proving that she did in fact record this video herself. From the look of this object in different photos, we can definitely tell that this is not a smudge on the window.
No.
Unfortunately, I don't know if I should call this a ghost,
No, smudges don't change shape like that.
alien, or something straight out of Harry Potter, so I'll leave it up to you to decide. Number 5. The last video that we're gonna take a look at comes from TikTok user TheHauntedOne36, run by a woman named Tammy. This account features just a small glimpse into the paranormal things that she's recently experienced. After dealing with spirits ever since she was a child, it's safe to say that she's kind of used to it at this point. But every once in a while, she still manages to catch something on camera that surprises her. Tammy recently received a motion detector notification from the camera in her bedroom, and when she took a look at the footage, this is what she saw.
All right. See what you got for us.
See the pair of slippers in the bottom left, eerily moving on their own, almost appearing as if someone that we cannot see is wearing them and slowly walking around.
You gotta point these things out so we can acknowledge them.
So clearly, someone or something is causing these slippers to move. And this video really makes you wonder, how bored does a ghost have to be to try on a pair of slippers? Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and feel free to send me a DM.
Alright. Hope you guys are enjoying so far. We got a few more videos left. Next up is from King Frostmare. The scariest videos that will visit you tonight. Ooh.
The next video comes to us thanks to the Dark Dimension. The story goes that a driver often had to pass through an area of forest late at night to get home from work. This area was said to be haunted or cursed. Apparently, witches had performed rituals in these woods hundreds of years.
Okay, hold on a second here. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch any of his revisit videos. This one doesn't look like it's yet. The scariest videos you cannot unsee.
This video comes from Reddit user Flickscreen. He caught this footage late one night with a security camera outside his house that monitors his vehicles. He claims that there have actually been strange occurrences regarding this truck before, including the tailgate opening on its own one day, for really no reason at all. He also has a running joke that the truck is haunted or cursed, although he says he's not sure if these are just jokes anymore. Let's see what happened. The footage clearly shows the driver's side door of Flick's truck opening on its own, which is creepy enough. However, viewers noticed that there appears to be some sort of apparition directly next to the door. It's important to note that the uploader also specified that this never happened to this door before, and mechanically there's really no reason for this to occur. A strange shadow can clearly be seen drifting towards the truck and evaporates only moments before the door opens. Is this a spirit caught on camera? Maybe the entity messing with the truck of his.
I can believe that. That is
very interesting capture, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Big shout out to Kamikoto Knives for sponsoring today's video. If you are in the market for amazing steel kitchen knives, let's now take a look at an investigation by Signs and Signals. In their previous visit to this abandoned home, the duo found a mysterious box there. Not knowing what it was, they brought it home and opened it. Many viewers, however, warned the pair that the box appeared to resemble a debug box, an item that is haunted by the spirit of someone who has passed on. According to legend, the spirits that inhabit these items also have the ability to possess people as well. The man decides that the best course of action is to return the box
I
to
would
exactly
not, I
where
would
they
not
found
have
it.
taken it with me to begin with.
Let's see what happened.
Alright, so David is going to make the new seal. Just do what they had here. Put it back. They had it in the middle. Okay. We need you to get back in the box.
Dude, did you fart?
No, I smell that too. That stinks.
Dude, that smells so bad. I know you farted.
No.
That smells pretty bad.
It is often said that when a foul smell inexplicably appears in a haunted location, that a demon or other nefarious spirit is actually very close. And it is the smell of death itself you are smelling. These were not the only strange occurrences of the night, however.
Dude, that shit's on the ground now. It's on the ground.
What the dude is spinning, man. How did that thing get from up there to down there and not like fall into pieces?
Dude, what the man?
Near the end of the investigation, they unknowingly capture this chilling sight.
You do some crazy shit, dude.
Yeah, look, how does that thing turn? Like, straight up, bro. That's some.
Wait.
Some crazy shit, dude.
Yeah, look.
Oh, I gotta slow this down here a little bit. Oh, there's a shadow figure in the mirror reflection right there.
Straight up, bro. That's some. I ain't messing with you.
In the back corner of the room, a strange shadow can be seen. It seems the man didn't notice it while filming. However, when we look closer, it definitely appears to be in the shape of a person. Is it possible this shadow figure is related to the box that the team returned to the home? Luckily, it doesn't seem the spirit attached itself to either man, as is the risk with meddling with haunted objects. Make sure to give signs and signals a watch if you can.
Home Alone.
This next clip comes to us from La Dimensión Obscura. Not much is known about the context surrounding the clip. All that is really known is that the girl featured in the video was practicing a dance for her TikTok channel when she captured this strange sight. Let's take a look. Did you spot it? While the girl is dancing, it is easy to see that she's entirely alone. There's definitely no one behind her in the hallway. For only a brief moment, however, a figure can be seen behind the woman's shoulder, disappearing again quickly after. I believe this entity...
I also noticed that that door that that entity showed up in was closed before she started dancing, and opened up after she started dancing.
moved too quick to be a regular human. There's something truly haunting about the creature's grey appearance. It seems that spirits appearing behind people as they are filming harness clips is not quite so rare anymore. Is it possible, with the rising popularity of video making, that we are simply catching spirits that have always been there? Let me know your theories. Do you think this is an actual spirit? Or was it just a family member in the background? This next clip comes to us from the channel Really Haunted. The owner, Lee, has been documenting the strange paranormal events that have been occurring in his house for quite some time now. It is not unusual for Lee to experience poltergeist activity, such as objects moving on their own, orb captures, and unexplained sounds. This video is a bit different, since Lee seems to capture actual footage of the spirit that is wreaking havoc on his home. In the video, we see Lee sleeping on the couch in his living room. According to him, this was just after he had read the prayers of Saint Michael in an attempt to exorcise the spirit, or spirits. However, he believes this really had no effect other than angering it. Let's take a look at the paranormal capture from this night. A large and strange shadow materializes in the center of the room and makes its way slowly towards the couch where Lee is sleeping. It's hard to say if this is related, but as the spirit is approaching the couch, a dark orb lands near Lee's face and actually seems to steer him from his sleep. This may just be a coincidence, but I find it very interesting. The shadow seems to lean over Lee before making its way back. And in class poltergeist form, knocking some objects over before disappearing. What do you guys think about this capture? Are we witnessing a legit haunting here?
It's creepy, that's for sure. Not sure if it's real though.
The following video was uploaded by user GoogleMeBee. He pulled his footage
I don't really know how to explain it otherwise.
from the security camera in his backyard. While he was just scrolling through the video feed, he noticed this strange motion event that caught his attention, and he's never seen anything like it before. On any of his security cameras, he has no reasonable explanation for what he's captured here. On the right side of the screen, in the backyard, a strange orb-like shape is seen, floating towards the dark corner of the yard. The white orb seems to change shapes, shifting into what almost looks like a person walking, then suddenly disappears. Even more interesting, it seems that somehow the spirit actually activates the motion lights in the user's backyard before disappearing. There's definitely something eerie about this footage.
I've seen this clip before, but
What could this possibly...
I didn't remember that I didn't remember that it changed shapes right towards the end of its manifestation.
be?
And operate.
Now let's take a look at a clip from Dark Ghost Paranormal. In this video, Dennis is once again exploring a very old abandoned home. This is the second time Dennis visits this particular location. Apparently, there had been reports of haunted activity surrounding the house, including strange sounds coming from the inside, as well as reports of people being seen inside the house, although there should not have been anyone there. This house has also been inflicted with a terrible fire many years ago. Strangely enough, it is said that the fires were self-ignited, with absolutely no signs of arson. For this investigation, Dennis focuses mainly on the first floor, where the fire broke out. He leaves camera 1 in a stationary location, a hallway, said to contain a lot of negative energy, and uses camera 2 to investigate around the house. Let's see what he manages to capture.
I think I would have gone past that chain. Whatever you're about to let out, I would not let it out.
Dennis captures something really intriguing from camera 1 as he's walking through the hallway. He's walking away from the camera, filming, as an incredibly dark shadow is seen flying past him down the hallway. The shadow really couldn't belong to Dennis or any of the objects in the room.
Oh, no.
And you can even see the way the shadow seems to go right through him. Could this be the same shadow creature that Dennis caught last time he visited the home? Who can say for sure? But as always, a really creepy visit.
Mm-hmm.
The following video comes from user Docomystery. It was actually from the show Most Haunted, which is a ghost hunting TV series from England. This clip was taken from an episode where the team was investigating a haunted house. Ironically, the camera had actually been placed on a table, and they weren't meant to capture anything at all at the time.
Hey, what's that? There. Go for it.
Cameraman places the camera on the side of the counter, and quickly we notice movement coming from a small doorway at the end of the hallway. A figure in the shape of a man can be seen walking away from the camera, and as he walks up the stairs, we notice he appears to be somewhat transparent. The crew notices as well, and of course they go running after the spirit to get a better look, but unfortunately the entity has disappeared by the time they make their way to the stairs. Most Haunted claims this is the most concrete evidence of paranormal life that they've captured, but what do you think? Some people say this is just a poor fake, but it has never fully been disproven that this was in fact not a real ghost capture. What do you believe though? True ghost sighting or just another hoax?
Dino Nuggets, yay!
Let's take another look at Dino Nugget 741. Dino has been experiencing terrifying paranormal activity in his home for a few months now, and has been documenting it for all of us on his channel. Recently, he had a few more strange events occur that he's caught on camera. We will be looking at 2 of them today. The first happened in December. Dino filmed his home after leaving as an experiment to see if paranormal events would occur, even if no one was home.
I don't know what the point of this is, man. If I'm not here, shit don't happen.
It seems clear that whatever spirit is haunting this home seems to be active even if the residents aren't home. The strange shadow creature can be seen peeking from the side of the wall before quickly disappearing. Then we see the sink mysteriously turn on its own. And finally the camera is actually knocked down by some unseen force. Do you think the shadow figure seen in this clip is responsible for turning on the faucet and knocking over the camera? The next clip Dino posted occurred a few weeks later in January of this year. He was relaxing one evening in his living room when he thought he noticed movement coming from near the front door. Dino pulled out his phone to record quickly.
No. Come with me. Stick right behind me.
darkness, a strange shadow can be seen, moving around near the door. Dino, of course, gets up to investigate and turns on the light as well. In classic fashion, the spirit is gone before Dino can manage to get a clear shot. Some viewers wonder why Dino always seems to run towards the entities, to which he responds, "We go because we have to make sure there isn't an intruder in the house. Family safety is most important." What a creepy situation Dino finds himself in. Let's see what will unfold in the future. The following picture was sent by Joseph M, and it unfortunately is not further known from where it stems originally. It is said that the picture was taken by a family member. The mother in the picture was just about to serve the birthday cake to her little boy, when something rather creepy appeared in the mirror. Looks like another boy is present right next to the child's mother. Nobody knew this child, however, and the family speculates that this could have been a ghost child. Could this be so? If it wasn't just a weird reflection from somewhere, what else could have been the cause in your opinion?
I was
Scary
about
to
to
say.
say, it looks like a reflection of a doll or something like that.
At the least.
A family?
This next clip comes to us from the Dark Dimension. The story goes that a man was walking home around 2 a.m. when he noticed something strange in the distance. It looked like a woman. However, according to the man, she was inexplicably tall, and there was something odd about the way she was walking. The man stated that the woman froze him in fear, and he felt completely unable to move for a few minutes until she had passed. The man also noticed that it appeared there were 3 children with the woman, 1 in her arms and 2 walking.
She is pretty tall.
Why does the woman appear to be in grayscale?
I'd say from the look of the child that's holding her hand, comparison, I'd say she's at least a good 6.5 feet.
While the rest of the film is colored so regularly. Is it possible this is simply a very tall woman walking with her children, or something paranormal? Commenters seem torn on this one.
Either way, he
What
made
do
the
you
right
believe?
choice not approaching. You know, especially, what kind of a woman would walk with 3 children at 2 in the morning? Eesh. Alright. 2 more left. Now before we start the next one by Slap Tam, I need to get 1 more water stop. Wait, what time is it? 1:28. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Slap Tam's scary videos that'll terrify you.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slap
Hey,
Tam.
Callan.
Today we're looking at some freaky videos that'll sort you right out. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content, just like this. Our first clip comes from the TikTok account f.paranormally. It shows some home security footage of a kitchen where something strange happens. Some viewers have asked the question, is this a real ghost attack caught on camera? Take a look. As you can see, it appears something inexplicable happens to this poor unsuspecting homeowner. Breaking the clip down, we first see the chair move, seemingly all on its own. Then the homeowner appears to be grabbed by some unseen force.
What's with the weird floor pattern? I mean, it cuts off right here and right here, and there's a big blur right here, down here, like it's editing.
While on face value, this appears to be something straight out of a horror movie, a few viewers have pointed out a few telling details that may prove this is all a hoax. When the man first walks to the table, keep an eye on his right hand. You can see he grabs something that looks like string. He makes a few tugging actions, then the chair miraculously moves. It's then a matter of falling over and lifting your leg in a way that looks as though you're being pulled up the stairs. So, it would seem our first encounter for this episode is indeed a fake.
Not to mention the weird edit blur right here on a spot where the floor seems to just kind of inexplicably cut off for no reason. This is a fake.
While the previous clip may have been a fake, this next one proves to be a little more mysterious. In April of 2017, worshippers in the Church of Santa Ana in the western Mexican state of Jalisco witnessed something so mysterious that many described it as a miracle. The bizarre event was captured on camera by a churchgoer during Easter celebrations. Watch what happens. Slowing that down and zooming in, you can see the head of the statue of Jesus Christ shift its head. When news of the moving Jesus statue broke, it made headlines all around the world, with many hailing it as the beginning of the second coming of Christ. One of the witnesses, Estela Gomez, told local journalists he believes Jesus is sending some kind of message.
But also,
however, the priest of the church,
beautiful.
Juan Antonio Guare Lule, remained a little more level-headed and said it may have just been a coincidence. He said that the statue normally rests inside a glass coffin and that it was moved for the Easter celebrations. It's possible then the statue simply moved slightly after being shifted from its usual spot. For many locals though, this event remains a remarkable phenomenon, a message from Christ himself, a moment that will stay with them forever. In November of 2021, TikTok user Verdad Expuesta began noticing some strange behavior happening in his neighbor's house. From his balcony, he could see into his neighbor's apartment where something truly bizarre seemed to be happening. He took out his phone to capture the sighting. Take a look. Shadowy figures appear to be moving at an unnatural pace throughout the home. They zip back and forth.
Porque personas corriendo de un lado a otro.
Several days later, the OP noticed more strange behavior. This time, it appears as though the occupants of the house are walking around backwards. It would seem this eerie activity isn't just at nighttime either. Here's the house during the day.
This is so weird.
Again, we can see the shadow figures zipping about the home. Back and forth, over and over. Some viewers suggested it might simply be an active child that likes running around the house. However, others aren't so sure, given that the figure moves at such an unnatural speed and almost constantly day and
That's
night.
too unnatural for a child.
This has left many with the conclusion that we're seeing some kind of paranormal entity, perhaps some kind of residual energy from someone who passed away that used to live in the apartment. Of course, there's not a lot of solid proof of this, and all we have to go on is this eerie behaviour caught on camera. I'd love to get your take on this sighting. Share your theories in the comments section down below. When a guard at the Kadena Air Force Base in Okinawa, Japan thought they saw something unusual on the CCTV monitor, they had to rewind the video and watch it again to be sure. After a second look, they were puzzled as to what they were seeing. The footage, which was uploaded to YouTube by Jose Cruz, focuses on an intersection just outside the base. It's unclear what time it was when the video was recorded, but the sky is inky black. Just behind a road sign in the bottom left corner of the screen, a dark shadow begins to slowly amass. At first, it looks like any ordinary shadow. However, as it grows darker, it becomes clear that something more sinister could be happening. Take a look.
I can't see anything.
You see?
Yeah, I see the shadow moving.
You see how it moves? It's
Yeah,
in
it's
this
right.
corner.
It's right behind the sign. Yeah.
And it's gonna fly away in a little bit.
Oh, behind the sign.
Roger, go ahead and take care of yourself, copy.
Right there, it's going.
Ooh, okay. See, I was looking over here because he said where the intersection is, and this is the intersection right here.
Hold on.
You want to see it again? Or rewind?
Hold on. Rewind it and pause it.
Watching that again, the dark shadow raises itself from the ground and flies across the road.
You see?
Yeah, I see the shadow moving.
You see how it moves? It's
Yeah,
in
it's
this
right.
corner. And
It's right behind the sign. Yeah.
And it's gonna fly away in a little bit.
Roger, go ahead and take care of yourself, copy. Right there, it's going. Hold on.
You want to see it again? Or rewind?
Hold on. Rewind it and pause it.
It hovers for a moment before returning to the center of the street.
It's coming now. Really? You saw it?
Yep.
Oh, that's game over. Let's see.
The on-duty guards had no explanation for the strange event, but are convinced that a ghost was to blame. Eerily, this isn't the only military base in Okinawa that is rumored to be haunted. Camp Hansen is a United States Marine Corps base. Inside the compound, at the infamous Gate 3, many soldiers have reported some strange activity. It's said that every so often a soldier dressed in World War II fatigues approaches the gate. He's covered in blood with a cigarette hanging from his mouth. He asks the on-duty guard for a light, then vanishes from sight. There are reports of this gate being closed altogether because of this haunting. It's alleged some Japanese guards refuse to be posted there. There are thousands of reports of paranormal activity all over Okinawa. Many believe there's a link between the hauntings and the deadly conflict the island saw in World War II. The Battle of Okinawa, which began on April 1st, 1945, was the bloodiest battle of the Pacific War. Estimated casualties sit at over 240,000. Could this mass loss of lives be the reason for all the ghostly sightings on the island? Many paranormal experts believe that when sustained trauma takes place and lives are lost, a residual energy can remain in place, causing what we know as a haunting. This theory suggests that ghosts are a sort of echo or energy loop, a memory that plays over and over, permanently etched into reality. So what do you think about this theory? Could the ghostly sightings all over Okinawa be evidence that the theory is true? Drop your thoughts and opinions on this in the comments section down below.
Right there, Snow. Hold on.
You want to see it again? I'll rewind.
Hold on.
This next photo has unknown origins, but is often passed around old paranormal forums. It shows a mother taking a selfie while her child is outside with their hands on the glass door. The freaky thing is, there appears to be a dark shadow looming over the child. It looks like the head and shoulders of a person. Stories linked to the photo say that the young child is often heard talking to someone when alone in their room. When asked who they're talking to, the child simply points to a corner of the room, but there's nothing ever there. So could this shadow be some kind of paranormal entity that's attached itself to the young child? Possibly. Unfortunately, there's very little info regarding the photo. No one knows who the mother is or where the picture was taken. So for now, all we can do is speculate as to what that ominous shadow really is. Sticking with freaky selfies, this next one's a doozy. It's another photo that often gets passed around social media and old forums with very little info attached to it. It comes from the early 2000s, and the story goes that this girl was taking some selfies in her car. She was all alone and didn't notice anything unusual at all. That is until she sent one of the photos to a friend. The friend replied immediately in a panic, wanting to know who the person in the back was. The girl didn't know what the friend was talking about, but when she double-checked the photo, her blood ran cold. As you can see, there's a figure in the rear window. It looks to be floating with an ominous scowl on its face. Some versions of the story say the woman went missing shortly after sending the photo to her friend. Unfortunately, like the previous photo, there's almost no info to go by. So for now, this photo and its story will have to remain a creepypasta, an internet myth that floats about ominously, much like that ghoul in the rear window. This next eerie clip was uploaded by TikTok user Vikastupe143, and it shows something scary happening that has viewers hoping it's all a prank. Watch what happens. Watching that again, the doll's head moves, seemingly all on its own. It takes the person on camera a few seconds to realize that the doll is actually moving, but when they do, they freak out and throw the doll away. It's this genuine reaction that has left many viewers puzzled as to whether this is real or not. Many commenters said the doll was cursed or haunted and that this is no joke. Others thought perhaps the person on camera was being pranked by a friend and didn't know what was happening. Unfortunately, this is classic TikTok. The clip is short with almost no context. So you'll have to watch the clip again and decide for yourself as to what's actually going on here.
That's a genuine reaction. That is that's real. That's a real haunt. It's real. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a haunting though.
Before we take a look at some chilling footage captured at an old cathedral in England, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications.
I think I've seen this clip
that way
before
you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. Our last clip has been terrifying people since 2015. It was captured by YouTuber Resonance2001 at the Lincoln Cathedral in Lincoln, England. The OP was there sightseeing and filming the enormous church at night time when they spotted something unsettling. Take a look.
Still creepy, but I've seen it before.
Watching that again, you can see what looks to be a young girl's face peeking around the corner. When the camera holder looks around the corner, there's no one there. All the while, the cathedral's bell tolls ominously in the background. This enormous, early Gothic-style cathedral was built in the High Middle Ages, with construction commencing in 1072. In 1349, the plague swept through the city of Lincoln, indiscriminately killing men, women, and children. The Black Death took such a toll on the city that bodies began to pile up. There was very little room or enough resources to manage the burgeoning health crisis. Officials realized that the bodies needed to be blessed and buried on consecrated grounds, so they decided to hold a mass burial near the top of the greenstone steps at the cathedral. Local legend says that on the anniversary of the mass burial, the ghosts of the plague victims roam around the grounds of the church, seeking salvation for their eternal suffering. Then there's Queen Anne's Well, a small stone structure at the rear of the cathedral. Urban legend states that if you walk around the well 7 times, then place your finger into one of the holes on the side of the well, you'll be judged by Satan himself. If your soul is pure, then all you'll feel is the devil's breath on your finger. If you've sinned, then your finger will be bitten off. And while these ghost stories are fun to tell your friends at night time, many locals believe that there's a thread of truth that runs through these old legends. To this day, witnesses claim they've seen mysterious figures on the grounds of the cathedral. Transparent shapes, shadowy entities, and disembodied laughing are a regular occurrence on the grounds at night time. So now that you've heard the legends, what do you make of this YouTuber's footage? Could this young girl be a plague victim roaming the grounds looking for help? Take another look at the footage and judge for yourself. Below, and
still a pretty good clip, though, nonetheless. Alright, everyone. This is it. The moment you've been waiting for, the last one. Your boy, Nuke's Top 5. Okay. I just had to make sure, because, last time my microphone was muted, so I just have to make sure that it's working this time. And I should have checked sooner, but what are you going to do? Alright, here we go. The top 5 scary ghost videos for horrible nightmares. I'm ready, Nukes. Let's do this.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. Lady in the water. Debbie Morales and her friends are tubing down the canals of the Isabella River in Puerto Rico when she begins to record with her phone. Debbie can be heard screaming and laughing until her camera catches something in the water that quickly makes her lose her voice. Debbie posted the video to Facebook, saying that she saw a scary apparition in the water. She asked friends to take a look and see if they saw the same thing in the video. And they did. Online viewers speculated that the image could be anything from the ghost of a drowning victim to a body in the water. And some even went so far as to suggest that it might be a mermaid. Now, the most bizarre part of this video is that whatever this is almost seems to lunge toward Debbie before disappearing back into the water. But What do you think? Is this just a strange trick of the light or a reflection? Or did Debbie catch something supernatural on camera? You decide. Meanwhile, on TikTok.
That ain't no reflection.
TikTok user Alexander Henderson says that throughout his life he's always been prone to sleepwalk during the night. One morning he wakes up to find his front door wide open. When he checks his security camera, he's shocked by what he finds.
Okay, so we've seen this clip earlier tonight.
He says he has no recollection of what happened to him and has no idea why he screamed. Now, Alexander says he's experienced supernatural activity before, so he begins to suspect that he might have seen something paranormal while sleepwalking.
Okay, this is new.
A chair moves on its own, the fridge door opens, and that he might have seen something paranormal while sleepwalking. Then, only a day later, this happens. A chair moves on its own, the fridge door opens, and what appears to be a pack of plastic spoons is launched off the kitchen counter. Over the next few months, nothing much happens. But then late one night, Alexander is hanging out at his friend Adam's house when he sees something truly chilling. A strange-looking woman wearing a red dress appears to be watching Alexander from the building across the street. Alexander claims that when his friend Adam finally came over to see what was going on, the creepy woman had disappeared. While there, Adam asks Alexander to take a look at a speaker that's been acting up and might be broken. Alexander is still recording and captures something terrifying.
Button on the top there, press it. There's a few here, so press the one in the middle.
Oh, he doesn't even notice it.
Did you see it?
Oh, I saw
In the
it.
reflection of the window, the same woman in red can suddenly be seen standing behind Alexander in the doorway. When he pans around, the woman has moved in an instant and is now standing right next to him. Who or what could this eerie-looking figure be? Could it be a spirit that attached itself to the sleepwalking TikTok user? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Quite an elaborate
You
hoax
decide.
if that's the case. And
This next creepy video went viral on TikTok, but it was
that's the
originally
case.
recorded by Indonesian Twitter user Gustadang. Goose explains on Twitter that he was flying from Surabaya, Indonesia to Bali, and that he was the very first passenger to board the empty plane. As Goose is boarding, he records a video to send back to his wife. When he looks back at his footage, he spots something truly chilling.
Selamat malam. 15B.
Someone or something that seems to be cloaked in black can be seen moving around in one of the seats. But when Goose walks by the seat, there's no one there. Gustadang's video has been watched over 14 million times, and many viewers believe that the strange figure in the video could be the spirit of a deceased passenger. But what do you think? TikTok user Jim works at what he believes to be a haunted hospital in New Jersey. Early one afternoon, a security camera in one of the hospital's hallways captures something very creepy during Jim's shift.
One moment.
A supply cart can be seen rolling down the hallway on its own, freaking out the hospital staff nearby. Jim and his co-workers have no idea what could have moved the cart, but things are about to get even stranger. Another CCTV camera in the hospital's laundry room records something absolutely unnerving.
Word it from here.
No way. No way. Jim.
Send me the video when you.
Oh, I'm gonna.
How do you fake that? Tell me. How do you fake that?
The best is when the other one comes over. It's like it didn't want to see the front of it. No press everything.
Those things weigh a good couple £100. How can you move that with string?
Funded so that he didn't have to look at it no more. Whoever's in that room. Oh my God.
Jim.
Explain that.
Madeline, you didn't see. Come and look at the second one. Here comes the second one. No, the second one's moving now.
No way.
Watch the second one. Then the second one falls off. And the lady comes in from Do Diagnostics. She don't know what to say. She was like.
She was on FaceTime with somebody.
Look, watch. Watch the second one. Any second.
It happens.
Look, here goes.
It happens.
Look.
This does not happen.
Look. It's a ghost. Look.
Look at it.
Who's spinning it?
It's spinning.
It's spinning the cycle. It's got to be spinning.
There's no way
Isn't
that
that
spin.
bolted?
There's no. I don't care if it's bolted or not. They don't spin like that. Mine ain't bolted in my house. Mine don't come and walk around my living room.
Look. That's true.
Look how that one just came out. How'd it come out like that? That was pushed out. I don't care what nobody says. You can tell me whatever you want.
Me too. I can't wait to show everybody.
Look here, wait.
Where's Keith?
Show them the thing. Look here. Look at this. Look at the top.
No way.
There's a ghost.
There wasn't anyone there
I'm
pushing
showing the
that.
ghost in the back.
The ghost?
Oh,
There
did
was
you
no
ever
one
see
there
what happened
pushing
last night?
that.
Forgot about it. The laundry
We'll
room.
die.
They'll die. The laundry, all the laundry things in there, they just start moving. They just start coming out and moving and going in circles and what you call it. Come and look. Yeah, but it's crazy. I never saw anything like it in my whole life.
Heavy washers and dryers slide across the floor as if they weigh nothing, seemingly moved by some unseen force. Jim and his fellow hospital workers can't believe their eyes as they watch the CCTV monitor. Now, even I'm not sure just what's going on here. Could it be that the hospital is indeed haunted, like Jim says? Or just what could be spinning around multiple heavy washers all at the same time? Let me know what you think. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that The Haunting in Carmel, Maine. Kent Burris has been recording all of the strange supernatural activity going on in his haunted home for many years now and posting his experiences to his YouTube channel, Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. In his latest YouTube docuseries about the house, Kent reveals some chilling, never-before-seen footage.
Was that you, babe?
It reveals some chilling, never-before-seen footage. Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. In his latest YouTube docuseries about the house, Kent reveals some chilling, never-before-seen footage.
Hey, babe. You okay? Was that you moaning just now? I just heard a moaning sound. At first it sounded like my wife when she has her cramping attacks. That's why I just now asked her if she's okay. I'm gonna have to play back the stream later to see if that got picked up on the microphone. Actually, I could just rewind the stream.
The Haunting in Carmel, Maine. Kent Burris has been recording all of the strange supernatural activity going on in his haunted home for many years now and posting his experiences to his YouTube channel, Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. In his latest YouTube docuseries about the house, Kent reveals some chilling, never-before-seen footage.
Yeah, that got picked up on the microphone. What was that? I'm not crazy. Well, okay, I am crazy, but I'm not crazy about this. That was creepy as hell.
Now lately, Kent believes that the paranormal presence in his home has become much more sinister and aggressive. The haunting has become so extreme that it now seems that the spirits are actually out to hurt Kent. During a spirit box session, Kent captures a chilling message.
What? What'd you say? What the hell is that noise? What the hell?
Now we've seen this clip before, so I'm just going to skip over to the next one.
That he had received earlier. When Kent is walking through the main floor of his home, he experiences something that chills him to his core.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Widely viewed by his YouTube audience and even privately investigated by paranormal groups. All believe that the house in Carmel, Maine is severely haunted by something sinister.
Getting the chance to come in and investigate the Lamb House, it is truly an experience that I will never, ever forget. The amount of activity and interaction is just mind-blowing.
But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments.
I think Kent should get out of there.
In this next extremely spooky video from Japan, real estate agents can be seen giving a tour of an empty apartment to a potential renter. The woman is interested in renting and says that she is surprised by the low monthly price. As she tours the apartment, she records a video with her phone to review later. But when she's all alone in one of the apartment's bedrooms, things take a terrifying turn.
金額は安いんですけどね。
安いね、確かに安いですよ。もう一部屋ありますんで、
ありますね。
指先の右側のところに、はい、見てみましょうか。
あ、こっちです。
そうです、その左側ですね。はい。あれこれ、
コンってお客様までつけていただく形になっちゃうんですけど、それでももしかしたらはい、あ、こっちでね、はい、そうなんですよ。一箇所あっちついちゃってるんで。
The woman is frozen in fear when two pale hands grab her by the legs. Then as she looks up, a terrifying face can be seen peeking out from the top of the bedroom closet. Now, as with most Japanese videos, the source of this clip is impossible to find, and I have no idea what happened afterwards. So is it real? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Well, it is a Japanese ghost video, so...
Viewer videos.
I mean, it's
this next video was sent in by a Nuke Stop 5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous. He explains in his email that he's in the United States military and is stationed at a US military post in Germany. He says that two of his friends were out on a regular patrol, checking out a creepy old German chapel. Now, this chapel was controlled by German military forces during the Second World War, and it is said to be extremely haunted. As the two men check out the dark chapel, they are shocked when they start to hear unexplained voices coming through their two-way radios.
Stein. That's our radios going off in the church. I don't know if somebody's hot micing or not. There's doors right there. They open. It went off. It turned off. You want to walk back over there and test it? Let's get the fuck out of here, dude. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, I was seeing something.
Yeah.
I thought I saw a head peeking out from behind one of the seat rows.
If you couldn't tell, we were just standing at the top of the pews, basically, and our radios just started going off, and there was voices and like a lady whispering in it. I swear to God. And nobody said hot mic. Usually, because the desk radio can say hot mic over the, and it'll cut over it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't us because we would have heard each other talking.
Oh, that was so sketchy.
You send that stuff to Stone, dude.
What seems to be the voice of a child can be heard, followed by the inaudible voices of adults. Now, the radio channel that they are using is restricted to military communication, so the two men have no idea where the voices could be coming from or what they are saying. They wonder if it could possibly be the ghosts of tragic souls that passed away during the Second World War. But what do you think these voices are? And just what could they be saying? Let me know what you think. A Nuke's Top 5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous reached out to me about a very spooky situation he found himself in late one night at an abandoned church in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. The viewer explains in his email that he works security and is dispatched to investigate buildings where motion-activated alarms have been triggered. Late one night, he gets a call that a motion alarm has been triggered on the second floor of a creepy old abandoned church. When he arrives, he sees something suspicious and begins to record. What he captures is truly disturbing.
Oh, what the f***? Oh, what the f***?
Someone or something small and dark can be seen moving away from the second floor window. Now, prior to this encounter, the security guard says that he had checked all doors into the building and they all were locked tight. He immediately calls the police to the scene to investigate, but they find no one inside and no way that anyone could have gained entry. The mysterious sighting caught on camera remains a mystery. But of course, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and be sure to hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video.
Dang, what a way to end that one. Those were some good ones. Oh, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. Wow. But hey, if you enjoyed, let me know, leave a like. Stream's current bitrate, blah blah blah. But yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care, and have a good night, and God